Hey guys, this is Triptych. I have another replay for you today, and we are doing more version 1.6 of Triptych's mod. This is another 3 vs 3 where we chose the teams, and I think people chose races, although I wasn't paying too much attention. On the bottom team we have Becky the Butcher, Mighty Master, and Sute. On the top we have 23 Down, Zap, and Warp Core. And let's see what everybody has chosen today as they fight to the death for our amusement. We see Becky playing Borg, starting out with the Conduction Matrix, a bold move. In the middle we see Mighty Master. He is Dominion. He's planning to dominate this game. On the bottom, Sute is Federation. I can't make jokes about the Federation. On the top, who is it? 23 Down, who has not played this mod before, so he's going to be learning. In the middle is Zap. A shocking revelation, he is Dominion. And on the right, Warp Core Federation. One thing I'm going to do in Triptych's mod version 2 is I'm going to make every starbase say which avatar it belongs to in the tooltip. And maybe also in the mouse over. It'll just like, right there where you see it says Outpost at the top of the screen, I'm going to make it say Outpost dash Mason or Outpost dash Risner, because I can do that. That is within my power. So, over here we have Becky, who is optimized Borg, and in the middle Mighty Master is Breen, Dominion. He's building a bug. Just one bug. That's all you need. On the bottom, Sute is Federation. He's getting his engineering and his yard. I wonder if he's going for something special or if that's just the way it went because he chose to get his 2 refineries first. Because even if he does finish this, he won't be able to do anything until he gets a chassis level. He is Mason. Up on the top, 23 Down is Klingons. He is Takaroja, of course. In the middle, Klingon, his Dominion is also Breen. People have been telling me lately they really like Breen simply because they like the engine upgrade. And honestly, the alpha variants that I added for the PureTech avatar are not too good. I was looking at them statistically and they're a bit too expensive. So I'm going to modify that in version 2. And over here, Warp Core's Federation, we do not get to see yet. He is getting his chassis level 2. These guys really like to get their chassis level 2 quickly lately. And ever since I made it so that Mason's chassis level is cheaper than Risner's, people have been telling me that there's really no reason for them to play Risner anymore. They prefer Mason. So looking at that, I'm seriously wondering how I want to do it. If I want to, because I really did like the idea of having Mason be cheaper because his high-level stuff is less good. But maybe I could make the bonus smaller, or figure something like that out. He is Mason here. And this scout is just determined, utterly determined to destroy this miner. And here, oh, the map is Plasma Conduit, which is a very close quarters 3 vs 3 map. As you can see, it results in a lot of forward yard building and good turret placement, especially in a game with no Romulans, and plenty of Dominion and Federation players who can forward fortify. Here we see the Arati type yard, which to my surprise is being used as a forward yard all the time. I had originally intended, with the low defense, that it would be, you know, a yard you have to keep behind the lines, but because I made it so cheap, people are just, they're putting it in forward positions. They get their where is it? They get their Antares yard for their expansion of their home, and then they get their Arati right out there. And it really does have low hit points, although I'm noticing it doesn't make too much of a difference because usually people would ignore the Arati yard unless they decide to kill it, and if they do decide to kill it, it doesn't matter if it has 60 defensive value or 140 defensive value. They're still going to kill it. So, it's surprising, but it works out. Here we see. So yeah, Sute is getting a platform here. I wonder, I don't think this is within artillery range. so he probably won't be able to use the platform to kill it. But this is going to result in some very tight maneuvering, considering the units that repair in this yard will go in the top and come out the bottom. So when they spit out of that repair queue, they're going to be right close to this turret. And now we see forces gathering from the four corners of the universe. The Errata yard is going to finish, and I think this platform is going to finish too. We have now 3 bugs and a monsoon versus a monsoon and a repair yard. He finished his mining here, which is a bit surprising. Although I don't know if there's enough firepower for the left side team to kill this. Let's see what else is going to be coming. Here, Sute is going for his Starfleet command very quickly. I did not see if he got chest level 2, but I suspect he did not, with the amount of resources he has right now. There is an S2 coming from Zap, so that'll be fairly effective. I really hope his ally gets allied repair, otherwise he'll be a bit screwed. He also has this green nebula he can duck into, which is helpful if there's only 1 or 2 ships. And finally, 23 down has come with a Quebec. Although I still don't know if it'll be enough. Actually, no, wait. With this S2 speed, it might be able to get a kill on this bug. And these bugs now have, they used to have 11 defense, now they have 17. So as you can see, it's a whole lot better at getting back alive. It is more expensive, but I don't know if Zap was expecting that. Now his S2 is in trouble because there is a full-on bug spam coming from Mighty Master here. And this is why, you know, I was a little bit concerned for a minute there that I'd made bugs too expensive, but every time I look at one of those things, as you can see, Allied Repair is up, somebody uses a fancy strategy and shows me the other way. So here we have this platform shooting. That was a warpin probably called by Sute, yep. So Sute's warpin's going to join, but this is because the torpedo platform requires the Errata yard, and the Errata yard is now cheaper. I've made it easier to get torpedo platforms, which is something I may change in the future. That's actually a planned change for the next one. And this platform does not finish. So now, and this S2 is going to die, there's going to be so much death going on here. The torpedo platform actually deals extra damage to medium range, so it will be extra deadly against these bugs. And I think the left-hand team is going to have to pull back. Even though, otherwise, they really have an advantage. There goes a Quebec dead. So there is still plenty of stuff dying. You see this monsoon takes reduced damage from the platform, but the bugs will do well. And nobody feels like retreating just yet. They know that they're taking losses, but everybody's just like, yeah, you know what? We'll give as well as we get. And that monsoon even died as it was going into the yard. The amount of firepower going on here is ridiculous. So now it's going to be up to what they're building in the future, although it's hard to tell if that one gets out alive. I think the left-hand team has been getting a little bit more kills than the right-hand team has been getting. However, as you can see, the left-hand team is going to have to retreat soon, especially as this torpedo turret starts to get up. The fewer ships you have, the more deadly this is because it splits its fire up. However, now there's 2 phaser platforms, so even the top team can't use it that effectively. He really wants to make sure that on this structure he has his rally point set over here. Or, okay, he has it set for here, so any ship that repairs will automatically turn and go to that point. So let's see if I can get a look at what's going on here quickly before it changes. Over on the left side, I see 23 down. He has his yards. He isn't doing too much. He's getting his field research. Maybe planning to go for Cavorts, or I'm actually a bit surprised by that. Actually, okay, he probably wants a heavy weapons platform with that. Otherwise, I would have expected something like a battle yard. And I'm really not expecting to see Cavorts come out of him against a Borg, especially since it's Becky. Becky has not gone any scouts or scubes and probes this game, instead going for a triple beam regenerate sphere, which will be very deadly against these early Klingon ships, especially the Quebecs. The Quebecs can do almost nothing to this, as it has 48% reduction from beams. So Becky is just going to bully this whole area as best she can. Over on the right-hand side, here is an Errata yard coming out. There's just going to be too much firepower for this S2 to get in, and now the right-hand side is crumbling. The left-hand side has critical mass. All of these bugs, you can see each one of these, or so many of these, have taken a single torpedo hit. But as long as the torpedoes are cycling evenly between all these ships, none of them are going to die. And you see 23 down coming in with his Quebecs, but they seem to be more and more countered. The ADAI will take reduced damage from them. There we see a Mason Akira, and as I mentioned so many times, Mason Akiras are so good at getting into the yard. But even that one's gonna die. So, and now these Quebecs are getting cut out of position by the ridiculous number of bugs. This ridiculous number of hard-to-kill bugs. So yeah, I think bugs work as a pretty good fleet backbone now, I would say. Despite their cost. They're like an Intrepid more, or a Monsoon. Except with that medium range and their speed, they really do make flexible ships. And now we'll see what whatever this platform turns into is going to be very key. If this upgrades, it could save this for the right-hand team. If it doesn't, they're going to lose this whole position. And Warpcore is getting a little bit upset. Here we get to see, I don't know what it's upgrading into. If this is a torpedo platform, I think it will kill this other platform. And it is a torpedo platform. I think it's time for the left-hand team to go somewhere else. Because, I mean, they've got the ships. The left-hand team will definitely win on ships. As you can see, 23 down is continuing, is still losing ships. This is really bad for him. He also has not played in quite a while now, I believe. But, like, these Quebecs are getting really beaten up. And as you can see, this torpedo turret can hit this, and yet it won't fire automatically. It'll wait until it has something else to fire at. And it looks like 23 down is quitting, so I may or may not upload this depending on the will of the players. Although I'm intrigued by the gameplay. By the sheer number of bugs. I mean, this map does encourage that because bugs are now so titanium heavy, but there's some very easy access to titanium mining. And yet, although I say that, he really hasn't mined it too much. He's still mining heavily on dilithium. I wonder if the other players have been feeding him titanium or what. So that was a good game. I'm going to go head over to the channel and see what everybody's saying. This is Triptych signing off.